Hey, what's up everybody? This is Austin Fox from thewolverine.com reporting live from East Lansing High School in enemy territory, man, right in Michigan State's backyard. East Lansing just got done taking down River Rouge 21-6. East Lansing is of course the home of a three-star Michigan commit, Andrel Anthony, who had a pretty good game tonight. He only had 3 catches, but big plays were the name of the game for him tonight. He finished with about 80 yards. East Lansing took a 7-0 lead right off the bat on their first drive, and Anthony had a catch on that drive. And then his second catch of the game came in the second quarter on a 25-yard beautiful pass downfield. It was a fingertip grab along the sideline. He had a step or two on his defender, and it was an all-out, just basically diving catch. And honestly, it reminded me of Desmond Howard's diving grab against Notre Dame back in 1991 in the end zone on that 4th down play. That's a pretty good comparison, but that's the first thing that popped into my head when I saw it. His final catch of the day came in the third quarter when East Lansing already led 21-0, and it was a 40-yard pass downfield. East Lansing was backed up deep in their own territory, and it took him out to midfield, so that was a very impressive play as well. He went up and he got the ball. He's listed at 6'2". I talked to him after the game. He said he's at about 6'2", 6'2.5" right now, and he used his big body again to go up over his defender and bring down the pass, and that's really his specialty. I asked him after the game what the Michigan coaches say to him in terms of what position they see him playing at Michigan, and he said they see him in a little bit of everything. He's going to be on the outside, he's going to be in the slot. Nico Collins was actually the first name he mentioned when I asked him who the Michigan coaches compare him to, so that's obviously a pretty good comparison. Anthony isn't necessarily the headliner in Michigan's 2021 receiver class, with Xavier Worthy and Christian Dixon being the other 2 commits in the class, both 4 stars, but it's important not to forget about him because I think he has a lot of room to grow yet. He's not the biggest guy in the world at 175 pounds, but there's no question he's going to put on weight. He said he actually talked to Jim Harbaugh about that today and what weight Jim Harbaugh wants him to be at. So I'm excited about Andrel Anthony's future. He actually didn't have many balls thrown his way tonight. He had 2 incompletions. One was a fade in the end zone where the DB made a very nice play on it. And then the other was one along the sideline where he got both hands on it, but the defender was all over him once again and helped break up the play. He didn't get a ton of separation tonight. It would have been nice to see him get a little more, but River Rouge was all over him. They constantly were double teaming him, and he was clearly the focal point. So East Lansing really had control of the game throughout. Again, they won 21-6. They led 21-0 at halftime, and you never really got the sense that River Rouge was going to come back and win in this one. River Rouge was also the home of 3-star defensive end Devontae Miles in the class of 2022. He's on Michigan's radar a little bit, but again, he's young, and he's certainly not one of their top targets in that class. But I spoke to him after the game, and he said that he does hold a Michigan offer and that he has been in contact at times with the Michigan coaches. So he's potentially a name to keep an eye on down the road. He didn't make a huge impact tonight. He plays defensive end. He really stood out at 6'4", about 275. And physically, he looks the part, but again, you'd like to see him have a little bigger game than he had tonight. Andrel Anthony was the headliner here, and he had a nice game. Again, he finished with about 70 or 80 yards. It wasn't a dominant performance, but with the way River Rouge defended him, it really wasn't all that surprising. So it was good to see him make big plays when East Lansing needed it most, because that's obviously what elite receivers do. So everybody who tuned in tonight, thanks for listening. Feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel on thewolverine.com. It helps us out in a big way, and have a good night, everybody, and thanks again for listening.